Alright folks, just want to do a video on a knot that's called a sheet bend. We're going to cover a double sheet bend as well because it isn't much more difficult and it's just as easy to learn. And there's a couple of things I wanted to cover before we got started, and that is the differences between what is considered a knot, what is considered a bend, and what is considered a hitch. And there's all kinds of exceptions or different terminology that's used to describe similar things. But in general, a knot is when you tie a string or a rope or a cord to itself. And a good example of a knot would be like a bowline knot. Now, a bend is when you tie two pieces of rope or cordage together. So that's why this is called a sheet bend, because it's two different pieces of paracord here tied together, and then a piece of nylon cord and a piece of paracord, which is also made out of nylon. One of the main uses of a sheet bend is to tie together two pieces of rope that are of different sizes, but it does work well for a rope of the similar size. This sheet bend is known by a couple of different names. It's also known as a Beckett bend, or a Beckett hitch, or a weaver's knot and a weaver's hitch. Now, a hitch is when you tie a piece of rope to something like a pole or a cleat. A good example would be a clove hitch. If this flashlight with this lanyard on it was a pole with some sort of looped attachment, and you tied a piece of rope, if you tied this exact same knot to this, that would then be a hitch because this is fixed and it's not two pieces of rope. But in this case, for this video, because this is two pieces of rope that are tied together, you would call this a bend, and I'm going to call it a sheet bend, S-H-E-E-T, because that is the name that I know it by most. Alright, one of the things that make a sheet bend an attractive knot is that it works pretty well, and it works well under stress. You can pull it very, very tight, and it's easy to untie. All you have to do is pull this loop back over itself, and then the knot becomes untied pretty easy. One of the things that I always thought or learned or was taught was that, knot is something you can untie, a tangle is something that you can't. Now, a lot of times a knot will bite on itself and it'll be very difficult to untie. In a lot of cases you want knots that can be untied quickly and easily, and that's why a sheet bend is an attractive one to use in various situations. See, it's not too bad. Alright, we're going to just clear this up, and then we'll go ahead and we'll tie a few of these. Hopefully I won't bang my camera around too much. So for this, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a piece of cord and make what's called a bite. Just fold this rope over itself. And then in order to tie the sheet bend, you come up through this loop, you wrap around the back of the knot, and then you go under your piece of string. So that's what it looks like. And then just pull down and pull tight, and there you go. Very simple, very easy knot, or bend in this case. Again, just pull this forward and it will untie. Now if you want to tie the same knot, but you want to make a double sheet bend, what you do is you have your loop, you come up, you go around, you go under, and then you go around one more time, and then under. Go ahead and pull it tight. Very quick, very easy. Easy to untie. Now, one of the things that you can use this for, like I said, is joining two pieces of rope together, especially if they're different sizes. But you can have a loop like this that is maybe attached via a prusik knot to another piece of rope, or you could have this feed through an eyelet on a tarp, or anything with like a grommet hole with a knot tied on the other side that would fix that. And so this would make a nice easy way to tie a string down for like a guy line to a tarp or to a tent fly or something like that. And then you'd be able to come back and quickly and easily untie it without spending a whole lot of time. So it's relatively secure, and I think that they say that it has around a 60% usage rate. And so what that means is that this knot will hold until about 60% of whatever your rope or cordage is rated at. Anyhow, that's it. I just wanted to do a quick video and show you guys a new knot. Thanks.